I'm Alicia, and I'm working at Holiday Inn Express up in West Long Branch. Our property is actually franchise owned by, you can see here, Hotels Unlimited. They actually have 10 different properties all over New Jersey with different brands. They have Holiday Inn Express. They have 4 different properties that are Holiday Inn Express. One in East Windsor. The one that I'm working at is the one in West Long Branch. They also have a property in Neptune and Woodbridge. In addition to their other properties, as you can see here, they have a Days Inn in East Windsor. They have a Radisson in Freehold. They have the Hilton Inn Gardens in Lakewood, a Ramada Inn in Toms River, a Doubletree in Eatontown, and then they also have the Toms River Hotel that I'm sure you guys have seen on Route 37 before.
Hey, Alicia, would you mind making your presentation full screen?
Oh, sure. Thanks. Let me see here. Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's the front of our property. We're located on Route 36, headed eastbound towards regular Long Branch. We're just west of Long Branch, and we're right near the Monmouth Mall, so we get tons of shopping and food and other stuff in the area, which is good because we don't have a restaurant on the premises, but a lot of the restaurants in the area do go ahead and deliver to our hotel. This is our lobby and front desk area. As you can see, our check-ins and reservations are done up here. Let's see, right here you can kind of see, of course it's covered up by a piece of paper, but we have 2 key coders to make the keys for the rooms when people check in. Our computer, copying, and I just want to point out here, you can see this little booklet here on the lower right-hand corner. That's our communication daily log of all the important things that we need to write down when we switch over our shifts.
Can you tell us about some of the things that might be on that daily log?
Oh, sure. Yeah, every single day we get, of course, a lot of our priority guests usually ask for early check-in or late checkout. So we just communicate those types of things, or other things like guest complaints, and like I'm doing the customer care service log, where we just make sure we keep up on communications with guests, resolving their issues and problems. So we would go ahead and just write down anything that happened that day right on there. And then this pile of papers here is actually very important. That's our bucket. So we have all our reg cards of everybody checked into the hotel. And we, during every single shift, we usually check that about twice a shift to make sure all the information is accurate for who's actually staying on the premises.
So after they've checked in, they're up in their rooms, you get a little break, you start to go through that and make sure you got all the accurate information there.
Yep, that's right. And the front desk office. I'm sure you guys have seen this in multiple places. We have our stereotypical copy machine that never wants to work. And, of course, what office wouldn't be complete without the water cooler? Our sound system, which is great. We have different controls here because we have settings for daytime, nighttime in the hallways, and also in the breakfast bar area, just to make things a little bit more inviting and accommodating for our guests.
This is sending music, background music out?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's at different levels for our hallways. During the nighttime when people check in, you don't want to play anything too loud. And then also for our breakfast bar area, something a little bit calming and relaxing, and lobby's a little bit more upbeat and friendly. And then, of course, we have extra things for guests that they forget, like shampoos and conditioners, which they also get in their room. But we have down here toothpaste, extra toothbrushes, shaving cream, deodorant, anything that somebody could possibly forget while they're traveling. And then our safes and drops, for any cash that we do happen to take in, but isn't too often. Everybody's doing cards nowadays.
Tell people about a drop.
Okay, so our drop when we do cash, it actually is a pretty thorough process. It's documented over and over again. And especially for our property, anytime we take cash, we go ahead and actually get a photo ID of the person when we take it in, just for security purposes, and also we make sure we have a signature on the receipt to prove that there was an actual money transaction and the person did go ahead deposit money with us, or if we ever have to do a paid out return to somebody. So when we go ahead and do a drop, we count it, and then we also have to have a witness sign on paperwork and the actual envelope. So there's a double check for every single money transaction that happens with cash.
So in other words, somebody checks in and they don't have a credit card.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't do that. We do have to make sure we can take cash payment.
Mhm.
But for verification and just for a whole check on the room, everybody needs to have a credit card to be able to stay with us.
Okay, so so at the end of the stay, when if they want to settle their bill with cash,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're talking about with the drop. They got to have an I. It's so funny. You got to have an ID to use cash now. So
Yep, I know. Isn't that funny? All for security reasons. But yeah, we go ahead and do, for every single check-in, we do need a credit card for incidental holds on the rooms. So when people check in, we swipe their card and it automatically deducts $50 from their account. Should there be any issues with the room, they tear it apart, we need to go ahead and keep that deduction off their card. But as soon as they check out, it goes back into their account.
okay.
So this is our backup communications board and reminders. I went ahead and put this up here because part of what I'm working on is customer service and customer service recovery. So with that, IHG does have a standard where we just remind all our front desk agents that I lead is our motto. You guys can kind of see right here. It just deals with any possible complaints or concerns. As people are checking out or even we get phone calls down, we try to keep a consistent standard. So we go ahead and start with I, which is identifying the guest concerns. L is actually listening to them because a lot of the times they just want to be heard. E is empathize. A, apologize, and then go ahead and D, deliver a solution to whatever may be going on.
Nice, nice. Now, are you working with that on your project? Did you say?
I am. And more towards, this is an ongoing thing, but my specific area is more on the customer care log, where I try to make sure that sometimes we can get busy, especially in the summertime. People tend to be, I don't want to say forgotten, but just the communications are lacking. So right now, I'm more focusing on making sure that in addition to I lead, we follow up with all our guests and do the appropriate actions to make sure that all issues are resolved. All right, let's see what else is on the slide. We have just security cameras here. You can see this little screen I put down here is we have cameras for all the entrances to our hotel. When a guest checks in, they have access to all the doors with their key, but as far as anybody else getting in, we just have a good lockdown system. And at 11 o'clock at night, our front door is immediately locked so nobody can come in unless I let them in. And this last thing over here is just our punch-in. I just thought it was fun that we just clock in by punching our numbers and actually does the hand scan for security.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. Let's see here. All right, our rooms that we have available. Our two main rooms that we sell most of the time are our king-size rooms and our full-size rooms. So obviously, king-size room, you get the nice big king-size bed. And then we have, you'll see on the next slide, rooms with two full-size beds. And our beds are really comfy. I have to say, we've had a couple snow days where I was able to go ahead and stay up over there so I could make sure I got my shift. And they're very, very comfortable bedding. In the rooms, we have our TVs with the in-room movies, desk-based phone, typical desk and office space, tubs in the bathrooms, coffee maker, ironing board, closet, safe, and some rooms don't have the microwaves, but we do have them on reserve and available for anybody that requests them. And that's just a picture of the room with the two full-size beds in it, and same in enemies here.
How about upselling? Are you trained on upselling?
We do, and I usually only mention it. It depends on how busy or what our capacity is at and what events we do have coming in, because we do have a lot of room blocks. We're right next to Monmouth University, so we get plenty of room blocks for sports and activities going on there. So it kind of depends on what the condition of the hotel looks like. But for the most part, I do usually start with, especially when I'm taking reservations, when people ask for a particular room or they just inquire prices. I usually mention the king size room first, which tends to be a little bit more. But then also when I usually find out why they're coming to town, I try to go ahead and offer them the king size suite, which kind of gives them a little bit more space to spread out, relax, and is at a rate that is a little bit more.
Good.
So then, in addition to our regular king-size rooms and our rooms with two full-size beds, we do have king-size suites, which you can see here has the separate room and the living space here with two TVs available. And it's not in the picture here, but off the screen here is a separate door to the bathroom, and then there's a kitchenette in the corner. And also available, not all our suites have them, but we do have a couple of jacuzzi suites available on our premises. I think we have 6 of them. and a lot of people tend to request those. And on our ground floor, we have 4 bedrooms that are handicap accessible, which means when they come in, the keyhole is lower for anybody that would happen to be in a wheelchair. We also have 2 of the rooms that have wheel-in access for showering, and then, of course, they have the handicap bars in the bathrooms. All right, so along with everybody's stay, they all get the lovely hot continental breakfast. Which is actually really nice. Every single morning, they also say, "Quick, grab food before you go." You know, we have waffles, eggs, pancakes, pastries, fruit, hot, cold cereals and juices, coffee, tea, all the usual stuff that you get with your breakfast.
Who does that? Do you have a special crew for that?
We do. Yep, they come in around 5 o'clock every single morning to go ahead and prepare. Our breakfast starts at 6:30 and ends at 10.
Nice.
So we do have an indoor heated pool, which is nice. It's supposedly salt water, they told me, but when you walk in the room, you can still smell chlorine. So I'm like, I don't know what that means. Which is also neat that we do have, it's off the picture here, but we do have wheelchair access for people who are handicapped can go ahead and use our pool as well.
That's nice.
And then our fitness center over here, usual treadmills, ellipticals, bike machines, and weights. And our office center, which people use a lot. I'm actually really surprised at how often I see people in here go ahead and doing emails and faxing. Typical faxing courier service is available at our front desk, email, PCs, and of course, all over our property we do have free Wi-Fi access. And there's just a snapshot of our housekeeping room, our giant washing machines and dryers, all the carts getting ready with all the stuff, and tons. They're just always busy back there.
You guys do your own laundry there, do you?
We do. Yes, we do. Yep, everything is on the premises, and we actually do have a laundry facility next to the lobby for our guests as well. The typical coin machine, washers, and dryers. And if you guys can bear to watch a movie for a minute, this was a video I found on YouTube of one of our guests. I didn't have time to take a video, but he kind of gives you a summary. I'm not going to play too much of it because the shaky camera even gets to me.
We'll put our lid of our computer out here so we get this.
Okay, video number 2.
All right.
Holiday in West Long Branch, New Jersey. This is the.
Oh no.
That was short.
No, we can't hear the sound.
Oh darn it. Okay. Well, and I'm not sure, but he's moving pretty fast too, so I don't know how much you guys can see. Oh, that's just a quick run through of our breakfast bar area.
Yeah, we can see okay, we just can't hear the sound.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'll just kind of fill in. He's just walking you guys through our eating breakfast area. So, yeah, our office space there and just more seating space for when you come down for your breakfast.
I don't know why not where to hear the sound.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's not too much he's actually saying. A lot of it's just, you can hear the lobby music playing in the background. There's like a happy, cheery song, and he's just going to take you guys back to the indoor pool here. Showing you we do have security access to the pool as well to kind of keep little ones out,
Yeah, that's important.
Yep, so he says it's nice and warm in there. He's going to go ahead and check the water temp for us in a second. Oh, and it's nice there. You can see the handicap access. Again, another security measure, making sure that you're keeping an eye on your kids. There's a push to exit. It's going to give you a little flash of inside the fitness center there. Well, I guess not really.
So this is just some guest who was in there and he posted this on YouTube?
Yeah, that was just some guest doing it. He just continues to go through the hotel and kind of give you a glimpse of what it looks like. But we don't need to do that anymore. I'm starting to get a little seasick.
He has some good things to say about it?
I'm sorry. He does. He gives a lot of positive feedback. And that's the one thing I was going to go ahead and pull up, too, if we had time, was on our TripAdvisor. A lot of guests really do appreciate the service they get in our hotel. Like, if you look up West Long Branch, we have a lot of positive ratings. And I even hear a lot of good things at the front desk, even just with our front desk manager and other associates, that people usually really enjoy the services that we have there.
Do me a favor, pull that up real quickly, please.
Yeah, sure.
Because I think that's good for people to see. As we're watching this video, I'm thinking I'm going to show this in the intro class. And actually for Heather's and Melissa's as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
One thing you might have to cut out of that, towards the end there, he gets a little crazy by putting his phone in the toilet in the bathroom. So I don't know how much of that you want to show.
I'm going to put this video up of what the three of you did today.
Oh, okay.
I'll show this video in internship class.
Sure.
I mean, intro class.
Yeah. Let me see here. So here we are on TripAdvisor. And as you can see, a lot of people do leave good feedback. We do get a lot of reviews and things to do in the area. And we do get a lot of restaurants. People do comment on the variety we have in our area. Scroll down.
So these,
yeah, here.
These are the comments you've gotten from guests on TripAdvisor?
Yeah, I'm trying to find, hold on, it should be as it scrolls down. I'm not seeing them here, though, where I got it the last time.
All right.
Stay. Oh, here we go, the reviews. Oh.
Just for general comment while Alicia's doing that is this is something, you know, for any hospitality property or service, whatever, you need to be checking these things because this is these are the new guest comment cards, and these are just so important to keep an eye on out there. And anytime you find a negative one or a positive one, you should be responding to them. You should be, you know, you should be interacting with these guests who've taken the time to give you feedback.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what's nice is we do have our marketing department does directly address every single comment that is made on our TripAdvisor.
Yeah, because every other guest is looking at this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know for some reason that they're not. Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. One night stay, good hotel. Yeah, we get a lot of friendly and clean. You know, stayed here for 1 night in January. Yep. A lot of people come for our indoor pool.
Friendly and clean. That's a huge deal for people.
Mm-hmm.
So those are keywords you're looking for, you know, and that when you look at these things, you should have keywords that you're looking for, and you know, friendly is always important, but clean is such a big deal in hotels.
Oh yeah, we get that a lot, and what we see when we go around with housekeeping and check out our rooms, we're constantly updating and fixing things in the rooms.
Nice, nice.
Okay, great visit. Great customer service. I see that a lot, and I even hear that. I hear that almost on a daily basis from our guests talking about other people at the front desk.
Yeah, and see what you want to do here's what marketing can do. When you see a comment like "great customer service," that's a good comment to get, but it's not specific enough to really help the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, marketing will go out, interact with these people, and say, "Listen, we saw you said great customer service. Can we ask you, you know, what was it particularly?" And then that's such an important thing for, you know, continuous improvement of your property and you know, maintaining your standards and so on.
Yeah.
But other customers see that potential customers, great customers, they're all over that. They love it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and a lot of what I find too is a lot of people say it's a great hotel for the money. Like we just have a very good value for what you get. A lot of people are just happy with what they get for the services. Because it's not like we're anything, you know, we don't have a restaurant on premises. We don't do, you know, any catering to the rooms or anything. So.
Now, do a lot of people talk to you about the commercial? You know, when people say, you know, there's somebody doing brain surgery, and they said, "You have a doctor's license?" No, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. You ever seen those commercials?
You know, I actually haven't, and I should look into it.
They're a lot of fun. Well, Alicia, that was a terrific tour. We really appreciate it. That was great.
Thank you.